How's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in as the overall stock market, well, is not looking so pretty today. We're pretty much down across the board. Yeah, every index is down. The VIX is up 3%, and Sofi, which I want to dive deeper into today, is down over 2%. But we got, 15 cents away from all-time highs in the pre-market. Yeah, you heard that right, guys. So we have to cover the charts, what I'm looking to do, the overall market. We'll break down some other stocks later in the video. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the email stock newsletter. It's free, and check out my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio every week. I actually just posted an update earlier this week, actually yesterday. So check it out, linked down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers, take a sip of your coffee, very, very important, and let's dive into it. So we are selling off today when it comes to Sofi on every index here in the U.S. stock market as well, and I'm not surprised. I'll be honest, I'm not surprised considering how much the market has been going up, and we'll talk about Sofi here in a second. Don't worry, guys, but looking at the overall stock market, look, heading into the Fed decision tomorrow, we've just been ridiculously hot. You know, we actually hit an all-time high again this morning in the pre-market on SPY and on QQQ. And I said in my video yesterday, in one of the videos, that we might get a sell the news event. And it's starting, potentially, right now. Which, I mean, we haven't gotten the news yet. We're going to get the news tomorrow of a rate cut, whether it's a 25 or a 50. It's most likely going to be a 25, guys, 99%. But who knows? If we get a 50, I think the market's going to rip. But if we get this 25, I think the market obviously is expecting that. I think we're going to get a sell the news event, and it could potentially, the keyword there is could, be starting right now. We'll see. And that's after, again, we hit all-time highs again this morning in the pre-market on SPY and on QQQ. And we all know Sofi, bringing it back here to Sofi, is a very, interesting play in the short term. And the stock's going to be sensitive to the rates, over the coming months. You know, what happens to rates, how many rate cuts we get, the magnitude of these rate cuts. And if we pull up Sofi's chart, we can see like I said in the intro, we got to almost all-time highs this morning. We almost got there. About 15 cents short. We hit $28.14 in the pre-market. And look, we have since pulled down to about 650, 60. Now we're popping back over 27. And notice where we're doing this, guys. Sofi is holding support at this huge previous level of resistance. Do you guys remember that ascending triangle? We had a resistance at about 2650. We broke out of it. The triangle played out. Now we're pulling back. We're retesting that spot as support. So that's key here on Sofi in the very short term. And, let's say we don't get a sell the news event tomorrow. This could easily act as a launching pad. Let's say the market, because you guys have to realize, it's not like, we're going to get the rate decision and that's it. We're going to get outlook. We're going to get essentially guidance here from Jerome Powell, the Fed. That could move the market. We're all expecting a 25 basis point cut. That's baked into the market. But what if Powell says something that was not expected, or that's very favorable for the market in the short term, that the market isn't really pricing in? That could cause the market to go up even more. It's not like the only way the market goes up here is if we get a 50 basis point cut. There are several ways the market goes up, and one of them is if he's super dovish. Even if we get a 25 basis point cut, if he's signaling more cuts, blah, 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 we'll see. That could cause stocks to rally as well. So it's an interesting time. And overall, man, Sofi is looking good on the charts. That's all we can work with right now. We can't tell the future, so all we can see is what we have right in front of us, and this still looks really bullish. The triangle played out. We almost hit all-time highs this morning. Now we're seeing a healthy pullback as the overall market is seeing a healthy pullback, and the VIX is up 3%, pushing over 16. I think we're looking pretty solid where we are right now. And in the grand scheme of things, guys, if the overall market does very well tomorrow, we're going to hit those all-time highs. That's my thought. So that's a quick rundown here on SoFi. Let me show you this chart now, going back to the Fed funds rate. Let me show you this right here. And by the way, guys, hit the like button on this video. Make sure to subscribe. Follow along for more content. I appreciate all of you for tuning in, whether it's on YouTube, on Facebook, whatever platform you're watching this video on. I appreciate you guys. So here we have the Federal Reserve. The headline here of this chart says, Federal Reserve leaves rates unchanged following July meeting. Fed funds rate. Essentially, what this shows is the Fed funds rate upper bound since January 2022. So we can see we haven't really had a cut this year. We had a big cut. You guys remember that 50 basis point cut about a year ago. Then we had a couple 25 basis point cuts to end off 2024, and everybody was super excited. Oh my God, we're heading into 2025. We're going to get a bunch more rate cuts. Stocks are going to the moon. Well, we actually haven't gotten a rate cut in 2025, guys. We've been steady flat at 4.5 this entire year, but that's about to change, right? So this chart is pretty cool, man. It shows us the aggressiveness from the Federal Reserve in 2022. Do you guys remember just how crazy that time was? Rate hike after rate hike. The stock market, I was looking yesterday, the S&P went down like 20% in 2022. It was a rough year. It wasn't an apocalyptic year, but it was a pretty rough year overall, as the Fed just kept hiking rates, and then we stayed at 5.5 for a good almost year and a half, and then we started getting the cuts. And like I said, we haven't gotten one yet this year, but we're about to get one tomorrow, and probably another one after that. And that's what the market's going to be paying attention to. Like I said, we're baking in a 25 basis point cut. But what's the outlook going to look like from Jerome Powell? What's the next cut going to look like? When will that come? How is that looking like? What are the other members of the Fed saying? What's their take? What's the data looking like? There's a lot that's going to come out tomorrow. That's going to move the market for sure, man. It's crazy, there's a couple of people in the world that can really move the market when they want to, and Jerome Powell's one of them. Not saying he does that, obviously, but he has that. The point is, he has that type of power. He can go on the podium and literally dictate the financial markets. It's insane how he can move, billions and trillions, well, billions, obviously, but trillions of dollars alter when he's, when he's speaking at the podium during these times. So get ready. What I'm saying is, guys, get ready. The overall market is selling off. There's a little angst here before tomorrow, but hey, there are some stocks moving. If we do a little rapid fire, there are some other stocks moving. Rivian, we're seeing up over 5.5%. We have a little bit of a cup and handle forming on Rivian. I don't know if you guys see it here, but cup and handle, pretty clear as day on Rivian. Maybe more upside here on this one. Hershey, I haven't seen this stock or looked at the chart in a minute, but man, look at that actually. Hold up. We might have just uncovered a stock that's about to break out. Like it hasn't already been breaking out. I mean, this thing's up a lot already, but look at this. Another cup and handle. Guys, cup and handle on Hershey. Wow, this looks really friggin' good. I'm glad I saw this because this is going to be a nice trading opportunity if we break over $200 a share. Let me set that alert now. Man, this looks great. Cup and handle, beautiful. Now we just got to break through the mid-high 190s over 200, and from there, HSY could gain some momentum, potentially. I mean, look, 200 to 210, 15, that's been a big resistance for almost 2 years on Hershey. But if that were to break, yeah, this could see its way or find its way back to the mid 200s. So what do you guys think? That's pretty much it. That's a good spot to wrap this video up. A good spot to wrap it up at. It's going to be a big day tomorrow, man, and I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and join the Patreon. If you guys want to be a part of my portfolio, see how I build it, I post the updates every week, full transparency, all of that, plus the Discord chat. All that's on Patreon, linked down below, or go to stassurfes.com/Patreon, STASSERFES.com/Patreon, Patreon. Check it out, guys. Shameless plug. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.